Have you ever noticed any weird gestures or actions you do when you're interested in someone? Or do you get the vibe that there is someone who acts in a particular way around you? Today, we're going to discuss a topic that may answer these questions. Here are 10 weird things you do when you're attracted to someone. Hi everyone and welcome to UpThink. If you are new here, go ahead and click that subscribe button and hit that notification bell to see any new videos from us. We put out tips and tricks to help with your everyday life, so be sure to check us out. Now let's move on to number 1, being in close proximity. If you have ever found yourself unconsciously getting physically close to or approaching a person, you may be attracted to them. When a chance to sit with them or lessen the distance from them presents itself, you may find yourself taking it most often. The same goes for those who act that way towards you, and if it is the person you are interested in, then the opportunity to deepen your relationship could be closer than you think. But of course, let's not jump to conclusions. First, look at it from a logical point of view and see if you're the only one gravitating towards them or if they are leaning towards you as well. Rather than examining the whole body, focus on a single part of them. Say that someone could be sitting across from you, but their hands are reaching towards you or their legs casually brush yours. Keep an eye out if any portion of their body is coming into your personal space. If they are, then what you see right there are signs of attraction. They may be doing it unconsciously or with intention, but the thing is, many would not just do such things on a whim. You attract this person like a magnetic force that gradually becomes stronger and closes the gap. They are getting closer and closer to you because they cannot help themselves from how enticing you are. The same can be said for you. If you look like you're gravitating to someone, you could feel something for them. Number 2, fidgeting. Do you perhaps do habits like hand rubbing, playing with your nails, something to keep your hands busy when you're talking to a specific someone? It could be enjoyable when you're around someone you like or are interested in, seeing as you're bonding with them, but it can also be quite straining. Now, not in a bad way, but being conscious about the other person tends to bring out anxiety. You could come out as awkward and stressed while trying to keep your composure in front of this person. In other words, this person's presence makes you feel restless. So, in order to appease even a little bit of this restlessness, your body moves into these actions without you realizing it. Any fidgeting gesture to release a little bit of tension from yourself. Number 3, physical touch. When your body comes into contact with someone else's, it could have many meanings, from a handshake for acquaintance to more intimate gestures like hugs, but sometimes the border between friendly and loving can be blurry. When you meet someone for the first time, you usually will put out your hand for a shake, but there is still some distance between you and them. On the other hand, a hug holds more affection since it is more than just your hands that are in contact. Physical touch becomes even more apparent and frequent if you are in a relationship with a person. If you're attracted to someone, you want to express how you feel. It doesn't have to start with a full-blown hug, but instead, you could start small, like lingering touches on the arm or shoulder to shoulder when you sit beside them. The more you initiate such contact with them, the more your physical interactions become romantic depending on how much you have come to like them. So you could be using body language to express how you feel, and if they feel the same way, you may notice that they are returning the gesture. Number 4, body reactions. By body reactions, we are referring to the blushes and rush of adrenaline you feel when talking to someone you like. Now, this may sound typical, but it is an obvious sign nonetheless. When you approach someone you like, pay attention if your skin is flushed when you talk to them. Do you feel excited or nervous when talking to them? There's no denying that strong emotions can be powerful and alluring. Whenever adrenaline rushes through your veins due to intense excitement or attraction, it causes an array of physiological reactions. Your bronchial tubes dilate and your focus sharply increases as the concentration of hormones in your body sharply rise. This reaction then leads to your blood cells rushing to flush specific parts of your body, your cheeks for example. Realistically speaking, not all humans blush, and there are varying degrees for those who do. But if you do notice this phenomenon, then there's certainly a reason why your body functions the way it does when you are around them. Number 5, eye contact. They say the eyes are the windows to the soul. We all have things we like to look at, but in this case, we're talking about a person. If you feel your eyes are constantly following a specific person around, even when they are on the other side of the room, then you may realize that you hold some attraction for this person. The way your eyes look at them can convey many things as well. When you're too shy, you take a few glances and then look away, only to go back and do the same, or you could be staring at them for a prolonged period when you're in a conversation with them. You will keep on looking in their direction since their presence is just that powerful to you. These are all dead giveaway signs of your interest in them, but the greatest of them all would be eye contact. When you look at someone eye to eye, you're showing your interest towards them, but at the same time, you are letting them know as well of your interest. If you keep that eye contact for a good few moments, then you may not know, but you are expressing how attentive you are to them. If you realize how focused you are on them, then you may be more aware of your attraction to them. You're showing your vulnerability and other hidden feelings like nervousness and excitement. If they're able to hold your eye contact with the same feeling of openness, then they feel some level of attraction for you too. Number 6. Color of your voice. Have you ever noticed how some girls raise their voices when talking to someone they like? Or how others tend to deepen their voice to convey their sincerity? The Journal of Evolution and Human Behavior once cited back in 2014 that men tend to lower their voice to sound dominant and look confident when speaking to women they are attracted to. Our voices are powerful tools that can reveal so much about us. Did you know that your voice can actually be a major factor in physical attraction? Individuals are naturally drawn to certain vocal tones based on things like the pitch and volume of the speaker's voice. In fact, research has shown that people are likely to make first impressions about someone else simply by hearing their voice for the first time. It's also been discovered that humans tend to trust their gut instinct when making initial judgments based on voice alone. Therefore, it is clear that the power of one's own vocal tone should never be underestimated. If your voice changes around a certain someone, this is an indicator that you want them to see you in a more favorable light. With the hope that your vocal tone and timbre appeal to them, you may unconsciously alter your voice to suit their tastes better. Number 7. Sweating. As nervous as we get around someone we like, there is another reaction our body does that is not as cute as flushed skin: sweating. Since we get nervous about what the person we like thinks about us, our body gets tense, and as a result, that can cause sweating. Now, sweating is not exactly something we want to do in front of the person we are interested in, but that just proves how much of an influence the thoughts and existence this person has on you. Number 8. Changing yourself. Because of how much influence the person you like has on you, you would automatically start changing yourself to fit their preference. You could start with your physical appearance and then gradually change your habits too. You could be doing things you have never tried doing before, like going to the gym, changing your hairstyle, or anything in your physical appearance that could emphasize your best traits to seem more attractive. Other changes could be in the way you act. An example of this could be the tone of voice we mentioned earlier, or how we posture ourselves when we're around that someone. We move in a way that can grab their attention in a good light. If you have not noticed yourself suddenly doing these things unconsciously, then maybe you can suspect the reason why. Number 9. Mirroring. When you are with this person, your expressions could best be mirroring theirs. Have you ever found yourself smiling and laughing along with them, even if you cannot understand the reason for their smile? This is because when you are attracted to someone, you tend to empathize with them often by focusing on the expression on their face. Again, consider the fact that they have your undivided attention. You may be mirroring their expression not only because you feel for them, but also because through empathy, you want to feel a deeper connection in that you can bond these feelings together. And for number 10, unfocused. Like how students want to listen to lessons but just need help to keep from getting distracted, you could be the same way. It may sound bad that you're not paying much attention to what the person seems to say, but hear us out. Just because you're not focusing directly on what that someone is saying, it does not necessarily mean that you are losing interest in them. Rather, you might actually be too distracted by the person themselves to continue a conversation with them. Since we get tense around the person we like, we try too hard to sound and look good in front of them, which puts a significant deal of pressure on us. Because of how conscious we are of their views on us, we may come off as bored instead when truly it is actually mayhem inside our heads. So, have you ever found yourself doing these signs? Perhaps there's someone you know who checks out on these habits. Let us know in the comments below what your realizations are. It's always a joy to read the opinions of our learning community. If you enjoyed this video, do not forget to leave us a like and subscribe if you haven't already. We'll be sure to bring out more exciting content, so keep an eye out for us. Again, this has been UpThink, and we hope to see you again in our next video. Bye for now.